full name's Michael Reilly. Was president in 2015, Cameron Reilly Concrete. I was in the chairs as the first vice president. Vince Campanella was the president, and then Robert Seghetti was second vice president. And when I was president in 2015, it was Steve Sunleaf and Robert Seghetti. So I came in, it was interesting. I was the first president with Cheryl Stewart. So I was I had the newbie. So we both came kind of in green because 2015 should have been Gary Height's year being the president. And unfortunately, Gary passed on. And so it kind of accelerated through the chairs. I never sat as the second vice president. I jumped right in as the first vice president and then the president. So I was kind of fast tracked into this spot. And so that was kind of a learning experience, but it was also exciting. But it was an unfortunate situation to lose Gary. I think same from the year prior when Vince was president, it was workforce development. We were just starting to kick off that workforce development, so I kind of piggybacked on what Vince had started at the end of his presidency, and we tried to keep moving with that. Yeah, the recruitment of the workforce, that was the number one thing. And one thing we started discussing when I was in the chairs, and then we really got into it when I was presidency, is trying to bring on the Tri-Cities office was fairly new at the time. And Lucas had just come on as a membership director, I think, a couple months prior to me being president. And then halfway through my presidency, we started talking about bringing a safety director on, which Kurt Need's now the safety director. I believe he came on right after the convention when Robert Seghetti took over in 2016. So we had a lot of exciting things. The trips to Washington, D.C., I only got to go on 2, and now I see they're taking the second vice president, which I think is really important. The biggest event was probably the ribbon cutting ceremony for the North-South Freeway getting passed and going over to University of Washington with the executive team and Cheryl and Wayne, and that was the big thing when we got the $850 million. So it was a big deal. That was a great event, and so it was big for Eastern Washington and our chapter. I would say it was good. It wasn't as strong as it's been here the last few years, but we were in a good spot. It was good. You know, the staff was phenomenal. They did an excellent job helping me. I was, getting through this. There was a lot Lucas had just come on board. It was Cheryl's first year, and Danette would kind of transitioned into a different spot, but no, they were very helpful, and anything I needed, they were there, and I just tried to support them the best I could. I got into the construction business after I just got done at Highline as playing soccer over there for a couple of years. Got my associates in liberal arts and came home one summer, and I didn't know what direction I was going to go. So my dad was good friends with Jim Winkler. So I went to work for him for, I think about 6 weeks. And then after doing that in the middle of the summer, I decided, I'm going to the apprenticeship. So I got into the apprenticeship program, worked with Mel Hogue, and they got me, and it's kind of how I was introduced to this. And I always planned on going back to college and getting my bachelor's degree, and then things just kind of worked the way they did. So I kind of got my bachelor's degree in concrete, I'd say. Oh, there's been multiple school projects. Yeah, we built the skate park it was one of our first jobs as a prime contractor at Cameron Reilly, the skate park at Dwight Merkel. That was a fun project. CSO 26 last year, working for Garco downtown across from City Hall, was a fun project. It was unique, overlooked the falls. And then multiple curb and sidewalk developments, but those would be probably the top 2 that would stick out in my mind. The millennials, getting people to want to work. I have to be honest, it's tough. We got an aging workforce, and that's one of the things on the workforce development, just trying to get the young kids educated that this is a good career and you can make good money. I think we're missing the boat. I think we need to get into the middle schools, not just the high schools. You got to educate these people. Most people know by the time they're in ninth grade what they're going to do, and you can tell. So that's one of the things I would say is important. Oh, it's just a great organization, the networking, and just what the AGC stands for. And I feel like Spokane's a unique situation. We great tight-knit community. I don't ever, if I can reach out to my competitor and talk to them about a problem, I don't know if you can do that anywhere else. Just the people that you socialize with, and it's priceless. We are the AGC.